Thank you. It's good to have the opportunity. It's a blessing to be able to have the opportunity to share a Christian testimony. My name is Steve Fugate. I'm 72 years old. I'm a baby boomer, if you will, born shortly after World War II ended. I'm in that generation. I grew up as an only child without a father. My father passed away when I was 7 years old. Had no brothers and sisters. And my mom took me to church on a quite regular basis. I was blessed to grow up in the church. I remember as a 10-year-old boy in a revival walking down the aisle and accepting Christ and being baptized. And as time went on, realized that was the thing to do that particular night, because several of my friends went. And I'm sure as I got older, I was sure that I went because that, as I say, was kind of the thing to do. As I got older and matured, I started to realize that things weren't right. My lifestyle wasn't what it needed to be, but as a 32-year-old, I started being convicted that I was lost, that I needed the Lord, that I needed salvation. And my testimony, my experience is that you can't be saved until you realize you're lost. And I realized as a 32-year-old that I was lost, and accepted Christ in this church, Alcoa First Baptist, and was baptized and came to know the Lord. Do I still struggle? Yes, with temptation every day. There's nothing in the scriptures that talks about the fact that it'll be easy. But I realized I was lost, and you cannot be saved until you realize you're lost. And I guess my testimony would be to you that if you are unsure about your salvation, you need to pray about that and ask God to convict you of your lost state, I would suppose. My life has been tremendously blessed. I have a very godly wife. We recently celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. We have two grown children who are married to very godly spouses. We have 4 grandchildren. But it's still a struggle as a Christian. But I have learned so much since the time of my true salvation that God provides through Jesus Christ, not only salvation, but comfort and peace, and that through God's Word, we can reinforce, God's Word reinforces that. One of the great blessings of my life is a church body. I said I have no brothers and sisters biologically, but I have a tremendous number of brothers and sisters in the Lord, members of this church and members of churches everywhere. And I can feel the support and the prayer when they're lifting me up, and they tell me they can feel the same when we're lifting them up. So if you're unsure about your salvation, so was I. And God convicted me that I needed to get on my knees and realize that I was lost. And once I realized I was lost, then I was able to truly be saved. And if you haven't made that decision, I would certainly ask you to pray about it and know that our church will be in prayer for you, and we're here to support you. Thank you, and God bless.